Hello and welcome to the Tie Show for April 21st, 2020. Today, we had some big news surrounding the whole NFL, with Gronk being traded and has made his official return to the NFL. We have some update on Dak Prescott's contract issues, some new college football rules. Then I want to talk about the Last Dance a little bit more. But today I'm going to go through more draft rankings since we only are 2 days away now. I'm going to give my quarterbacks ratings and my wide receiver rankings, basically all of offense who I think is going in the first round, but I'm going to do quarterbacks for the whole draft. I have no running backs and tight ends going in the first round. I think that, in my opinion, Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in the draft class, but I could also see DeAndre Swift or J.K. Dobbins. I think those are the only three really good running backs in this draft that will do really anything in the long run. But I don't see any of them going in the first round. As we talked about, let's go with wide receivers first, since I've already kind of talked about it. I have CeeDee Lamb going 11 to the Jets. I have Jarrett Jeudy going 12 to the Raiders. I have Henry Ruggs going 13 to the 49ers. I have Justin Jefferson going 20 to the Jaguars. T. Higgins going 25 to the Vikings. And Brandon Ayuk from Arizona State 29 to the Titans. Those are my wide receivers in the first round. I have 6 of them. This is the most stacked wide receiver core I've ever seen in a draft class. And I think there's multiple guys in this draft class that will become wide receiver ones. As we talked about CeeDee Lamb being compared to Hopkins lately, it's going to be incredible to see what he does in his career. I think Jeudy and Ruggs are also really good. I like Jefferson. I like Higgins. We'll see what happens with the wide receivers. But main thing is quarterbacks. Everyone's worried about quarterbacks. Everyone's wondering where my quarterback ranking is. So let's talk about it. Of course, I have Joe Burrow coming number one to the Bengals. If you don't, then you don't know football. You're not looking at any of the mock drafts. Joe Burrow will be the number one pick to the Bengals, no matter what. There's reports he doesn't want to play for the Bengals. I don't see that happening. I see no matter what, he will be the Cincinnati Bengal as of Thursday at 7 o'clock, I think. This is where I get changed up because I think Tua is the second best quarterback in this draft. He has injury issues, which scares me. So I have Justin Herbert at 5 to the Dolphins for that reason. Being a Charger fan, this isn't just because I want Tua, because I'm actually scared to take Tua as a Charger fan because of his injuries. But I do have Tua going 6 to the Chargers. If I am a Charger GM, if Isaiah Simmons falls to 6, I want Isaiah Simmons to go to the Chargers. But I have him falling all the way to 10 to the Browns. But we'll see what happens with Isaiah Simmons. I'll talk about defense tomorrow. Um, but yes, I have Justin Herbert 5 to the Dolphins, which is going to make a lot of Dolphin fans mad because they want Tua. And then I have 6 being Tua to the Chargers. My only other quarterback in the first round is Jordan Love. I have him going 30 to the Packers. I feel like he could just be that guy who comes in for Rodgers when Rodgers retires. Take him late in the first round, see what happens there. As we talked about multiple times, Jalen Hurts. I don't see him getting out of the second round. I've said he's going to the Bears. I could also see the Cowboys, Steelers, a couple other teams. I have him going 50 to the Bears, though. And then my other two quarterbacks taken will be pick 75, Jake Fromm to the Colts, and pick 76, Jacob Eason to the Bucks. I have Fromm better than Eason, just based on the fact that I'm not a big fan of either quarterback. Jake Fromm showed some weaknesses at Georgia this year for sure. And Jacob Eason did not have a good year at Washington, even though he does have the best arm in this draft class. We'll see. I think the only other two quarterbacks probably taken in the draft will be Anthony Gordon out of Washington State and the Oregon State quarterback. I can't remember his name, but I have him going to like the 7th round. I have Anthony Gordon go to the Vikings at 155. That's my QB rankings. Like I said, though, if anyone does not have Joe Burrow as one, even though I don't think Joe Burrow is going to have the best career, he should be the number one pick based off what he did last year. But that's my draft rankings. We'll go over some defensive players that I got them going in the first round tomorrow. So we're only 2 days away now. But let's get into the big news for today. Let's start with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott contract talks are still ongoing. No deal is official yet. As we know, he's sitting out because he does not want to play under the 31.5 million for his franchise tag. He wants 40 million plus. But supposedly positive words are coming out of the Dallas camp that a deal will be done. We'll see what happens there. And Rob Gronkowski has officially unretired from the NFL. He requested a trade yesterday to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He has a 1 year, $10 million contract left. Patriots traded him and a seventh round pick for a fourth round pick. So Gronk is back with Brady. Brady's got his most reliable receiver of all time, probably in Gronk. And now it only feels right that they go get Edelman too. I don't know if Patriots will give up Edelman, but if the excuse me, if the Patriots don't land or don't trade Julian Edelman, I feel really bad for him. But yeah, that's all the NFL news. Let's jump into some college football news. As today we had some new college football rules implicated, which I am a big fan of a lot of these. The main one is that when players get ejected for targeting, they can remain on the sidelines. I'm a huge fan of this. I don't get why, if you do get ejected for targeting, that you have to go in the locker room. You can't stay on the field for just stand on the sidelines. You're a team, but if you make a mistake, oh, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be forced to go to the locker room and watch the game on a TV. You can stay there with your team. You just can't go back in the game. The other one is they put a 2 minute limit on reviews. We'll see what happens there, if that even works. Uh, I think it's torn, and they even said that if it comes down to like a big play or they need more time, they can implement more time. I think it'll work for the most part, but again, I don't want to rush it in a go-to play, try to get it done faster. He also made zero an eligible number in college to make sure that more people don't wear the same number. We'll see what happens if anyone wants to wear zero next year. It'll be kind of cool. Finally, we do have a zero in college football. But we're going to talk about The Last Dance a little bit more. I just want to talk about how they had 6.1 million viewers, which is the most ever for an ESPN documentary, which rightfully so. The documentary was really good, and I can't wait for Sunday for episode 3 and 4. It was actually the most views ESPN has had anything since the national championship game. Uh, but the main thing that's coming out of this documentary is the GOAT conversation, and I talked about it a little bit on Monday or Sunday. And I don't see I understand. Everyone wants to know who's the GOAT basketball player. Is it Michael? Is it LeBron? I want to throw Kareem in there too. I've got the stats to back it up. There's those three, but I don't see why you have to pick a GOAT. I think it based on your age. If you look at people my age, we think LeBron or Kobe's the GOAT because that's who we grew up with. That's who we watched. We didn't get to see Michael Jordan. I mean, my first time actually watching a Michael Jordan game is this documentary. I've never sat down and watched a Michael Jordan game in my life. I've watched Kobe play, I've watched LeBron play. Both are amazing players. You get this now age kids that are saying Curry, Luka, Giannis. You have the 90s and the 80s people saying Michael, Magic, Larry, and then you have the 70s and I'm saying Kareem. I think you could really only talk about three players. Michael, LeBron, and Kareem. Reason I say Kareem, listen to these stats. If you don't think, why Kareem up there with Michael and LeBron? He's a two-time state champ at Power Memorial in Manhattan, three-time champ at UCLA, three-time National Player of the Year, three-time tournament MVP. He's a two-time Mr. Basketball. Only lost 4 games in college. He's a six-time champ in the NBA, two times Finals MVP, six-time MVP, 19-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA first team, five-time All-NBA second team, five times All-Defense, two-time scoring champ, one-time rebounding champ, four-time block champ, and he also has the most points of all time at 38,387 with only hitting 1 3 in his career. He averaged 24.6 points in his career. I just want people to understand how good Kareem was too. Yes, we did see Michael Jordan play as my age, but we're noticing that was his documentary. As I want to see a documentary with Kareem to show his career, his dominance through high school, his dominance through college, his dominance through the NBA, because he was so good. I just want everyone to know that I don't think that there is a GOAT. I would throw the best three up there. I think it's about equal. If I had to pick somebody, I'm going to pick Michael Jordan. but I think LeBron and Kareem are right there behind him, and we'll see what happens there. But that's all the news for today. As I said, tomorrow we'll do our defensive recap for the draft, as it'll be one day till the draft. And please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment on what you think of my ratings or any of the news we talked about today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.